music of the young. Every time young people invent music, everybody hates it.
Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Halfway Home Podcast. We've been away for quite a while, but we're back. It's the end of the semester, which maybe means it's the end of this podcast as a whole. It hasn't been much of a journey. We've only released, 4 or 5 episodes?
Yeah.
But we thought before we all leave and go off in our separate ways, these guys included, all of us around here, Ole behind the camera today, our producer.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, we thought we'd wrap it up and do a couple more episodes before we leave.
Yes, sir. Welcome back, guys. It's going to be our second to last episode. Max and me are graduating. Well, I'm graduating in about 3 weeks, I would say. Max is, going to go on a different road as well. So it's going to be some
College dropout.
college dropout 6 months before its graduation. But it's going to be really interesting topics we want to talk about, especially because we changed so much compared to when we started this podcast, and there was a lot of growth. I would say we just go straight into it, right?
Yeah, you said talking about like change a lot. How do you think you've changed since we started this podcast?
Okay, I mean, first of all, the way we speak in the camera, I think it's changed a lot. We talked about this in the first podcast. I think once you have a camera on you, you just automatically start changing, and I think only through training and through repetition, you kind of get used to it, and don't be so far away from your real self. And I think it's way easier for me right now to speak to a camera.
That's cool. It's like a skill that you've developed from doing this.
Yeah.
And like we think, okay, maybe these podcasts don't get a lot of views. It hasn't really gone anywhere, but it's a skill that we've been able to develop. Like turn on a camera and be able to talk to it, which I think is cool. And that's translated into like other things. Like I post YouTube videos, and now I'm much more comfortable talking on a camera because of those as well. And I was much more comfortable, like when I began those YouTube videos, because I was talking to a camera with Tim, doing this podcast before those. So
I feel like that has changed a lot, and especially for Max. He picked up a complete new hobby of his during the summer, and I think talking to a camera has helped a lot, and has helped him a lot. That's what he does right now, talking to a camera, right, showing your life, and you've been popping off recently, man.
Yeah, this whole I think since the start of we did one episode at the start of the semester, and that was when it was just starting to pop off with that St. Thomas vlog. But since then, it's been like unreal, like the growth that we've had from filming those YouTube videos. We're at 7,000 subscribers now, and it's also provided me an opportunity to like take a different direction in my life, which is pretty cool. And I think like through it, I've found something that I really enjoy doing and want to pursue for at least the near future. So that's cool.
Yeah, check his vlogs out. Work of art, the way he color grades and the way he cuts, it's pretty nice, I gotta say. It's pretty cool, and so it's just like, this is where we're going. Max is going back to Australia, or going to Australia close to his home country, and he's gonna work there as an editor.
Just a videographer, like a creative producer, video editor, basically like growing a YouTube account and social media for the founder of a company that I was interested in working for. So it's a good like entry into that world, into that company.
And I think it's so cool to see how you got there, right? Like you were a Division 1 soccer player. The guys who watched know that Max transferred from Missouri State, and he came as a soccer player, right? And he was not a video editor. He was nothing like that, to be honest. He was interested in making content a little bit, I would say, right? Yeah. As far as I got to know you, but he was not quite there. And then it's also the purpose of this podcast, what we're trying to do to inspire a little bit what you can actually learn if you commit it, and dedicate it. And Max picked up this hobby of cutting, video editing over the summer, right? And right now, 6 months later, we hear and Max basically in 3 to 4 weeks, it's a complete new life that starts for him, just because he was brave enough to try something he never did,
It feels weird in a way because like it clicked so like instantly. Like, obviously there was a lot of hard work that went into it, and like a lot of time just like watching YouTube videos, learning how to edit, learning how to film, like making the decision to buy a camera at the end of last semester. But like, I think it comes down to like finding something. When you find something that you like really want to do, like it'll click, and you're not going to see instant success already, but like I had no doubt in my mind when I bought that camera that I was able to like take it somewhere. And now like looking back, although I'm nowhere near where I want to be with it obviously yet, but now looking back, it's like I knew this was going to happen, and it has happened, which is pretty cool. Yeah.
What about you, Tim? What's your path
Yeah.
look like?
My path, man. I'm still committed to soccer. Still love playing sport. Goalkeeping has given me a lot. Has given me a lot of friends. Yeah, all around here. Met some, boys I consider family, and now I hopefully get my fifth year back. Gonna go to my masters, do my masters, and then get another year of eligibility if it works out, and then trying to go professional from there. But even if not, then I went through a lot. I grew as a person, and now I'm trying multiple things in order to find out what I really want to do in life. And I think only through that you kind of find out what you want to do, right? Only through Max and me doing a podcast, Max found out that maybe podcast is not his ideal thing, but he's extremely talented and extremely good, and he really enjoys video editing, right? And for me, I try to do the same thing. I'm releasing my clothing brand soon, and I found myself having joy creating and doing clothes as I grew up in with friends who do that. I just really got inspired. So just an example of for the next generation, for the guys to go out and try multiple things at once. And also this stereotype that a student athlete should only do one thing. I think that's completely crap. I think you can still you can still do many things at once, and find out what you really want, because it's not all about soccer, right?
Yeah, I think the thing with that is like when you are a student athlete, it's like so normal to be so constricted into just being a student and an athlete because it takes up so much of your time. But you can there's so much power in being a student athlete to go and do other things. One, this experience of being a student athlete in America is like pretty unique. Not many people in the world are doing it. Like obviously we're surrounded by each other, so it's normal for us. But like you can share that with the world. Like that's what I've done. Like I've shared that with the world, and it's cool. And as you said, it doesn't have to restrict you in any way possible. Like you can go and start a clothing brand if you want. Like you can go and network with people and get into a career field here. Like that's the opportunities that coming over here are really endless. And I feel like that's a big reason why I came over at the start, just to find out a bit more about myself, see the world, and now I'm coming to the end of it. It's cool to look back on. It's like, okay, I've fallen. This is something that I like doing now.
Yeah, and if we're looking at it from a point of performance, I also think it's important to have different hobbies that sometimes give you another view, on what you're actually trying to do. Because sometimes, you're so eager to perform that as more as you, kind of stress yourself out about it, the less you're able to perform. We talked about in the last episodes about flow state, right? The performance and the pressure you have as a student athlete. So, we got some guys on our team who like to golf, go out and golf. Then Max, in his free time right now, he spends every second video editing. For me, I like to create and do something, the clothing brand, and all this, try to do a little bit of content. So I think when you really try to stay kind of distracted, but by stuff you really enjoy, I think it's a good middle way that you find.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't even see it as a distraction. It's it's more like you can still be committed to something. We're taught growing up, you've got to grind, you've got to be dedicated to soccer and everything. You can still be committed and do that. You can still do other things that you like doing.
Yeah.
Obviously you have to divide your time up, but rather than going home and scrolling or on TikTok or I just rather watch a video that's going to help me.
I think distracting was the wrong word, but you're right. You get to a point where you understand that maybe you should be more producer instead of consumer, and that's what we do. We just swipe. So why not do something? Yeah.
How long did it take for you, Max, to find that the camera and the videos was the hobby for you, was the thing to go for you?
That's a good question. I think I've always liked making videos. Like going back, I bought a camera when I was 13. I just like made a lot of like little videos of me playing football and stuff growing up. Like it was always something that I was very interested in. And then as I grew up through high school, like fear of judgment and stuff, just like completely put it to the side, focused on football. I think part of that, looking back now, is like playing sports more socially acceptable than like making videos of yourself and posting them. And then got to college in America and I wanted to start making TikToks, so that's what I did. Like started just throwing out random TikToks, basically like a visual diary of my life. I'd just throw up anything there. And then at the end of the semester, bought a camera, and I just knew like, okay, I'm gonna make long form content, I'm gonna make vlogs. Traveled to London, put out my first vlog, filmed it all there, and then like it got like 100 views on YouTube. And I was like, there's some, like even though it was like that's low, it's like, nah, there's some like possibility that people, if 100 people want to watch it, why can't like 1,000 people or 2,000? Grinded all over the summer back in New Zealand, just watching videos, like not just like video editing, but just like so much of it is how you use the camera itself, composition and lighting and color grading and all of that. Learned that all, came back here and then started throwing my camera in front of all the boys' faces and training and stuff, and
dude,
just
it
took off.
has given us so much, right? Like
Yeah.
for us, it was a joy to have like somebody recording it. It felt like a Netflix show, right? Like we knew every week it's gonna be a new video for Max, and you know, we went to Stetson. Max recorded the whole trip on Stetson. We went to Coastal Carolina. One of the biggest wins we had all year. Was really and like the purpose about this is, I think in 20 years we're gonna look back at it and be like, damn,
Yeah.
like that was fun.
Like that's the coolest thing, I think.
Yeah.
Like there's the collection of, and I say whenever I talk about the videos, I talk about like we. It's not like me just making them, because so much of it is the boys, and now we have a collection of videos that we can look back on, like for years to come, can show our future kids, show our future wives, families.
Yeah, and also like stepping out of your comfort zone,
Yeah.
like being in front of a camera. That's like from the start isn't the easiest thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like that's a whole different side of it as well, like getting over the judgment of making vlogs. Like so many people back home were like, I think because I posted on TikTok, they were just like, oh, that's just Max being Max. But like you do hear it like, oh, he's posting vlogs now, like he's
It's a different
trying to
level
be famous, like
yeah,
whatever.
it's a different level of things that you have to go through, a little bit
Yeah.
of uncomfortable.
And no one wants to be like looked at like that.
Yeah.
I think I've gotten to a point where now like I could say anything on camera, because I am just so like genuinely myself on camera. Like I don't care what people think, because it's actually me, like
Yeah.
just being me.
Yeah. But I mean, till you got to that point, there was a bunch of work that you had to go through, like a bunch of judgment, and then
Yeah.
you repeating and telling yourself like, it doesn't matter. At the end of the
Yeah.
day, we talked about the one quote with like, embarrassment is an
Underexplored emotion.
unexplored emotion. Go out and make a fool of yourself.
Yeah.
And I think that's really fitting.
That's the thing, like it's so hard when you're getting no views as well, because you're putting all this effort in, like it does appear like more cringe if no one's watching it. But now I think like it gets views, like that definitely helps as well. Like when you look at the comments and you see people like liking the videos, and
I mean, it gives you a positive emotion, right?
Yeah.
Like
it's like, okay, this isn't as cringe as what I thought it once was.
Yeah, I know.
And how important is that to like keep going? Like you, after not
Yeah.
seeing the results in the start to like keep going.
That's the most important thing. I think I can't really talk too much on this. Not this sounds like so arrogant, but like it blew up so quickly on YouTube.
Yeah, but that's because you love it so much and you
Yeah.
enjoy doing it. But let's talk about what I'm telling you every day. Like sometimes I have this TikTok kind of thing that I do right now with Semester of Fits, where I post a new fit that I'm wearing like every couple of days, right? And sometimes I'll go to you up and be like, damn, like I get no views. Like I feel
Yeah,
like
like
the
he
views
came up to me yesterday, it's like 31 likes. He's like, bro.
decreased, right? And I mean, we did it with your camera. I'm kind of editing it myself a little bit to learn how to do it, and I just got no likes. And at the end of the day, I don't even know how to tell. I mean, you always tell me like keep posting, like, stay consistent.
Literally, that's it. Like if you just keep posting and you're making like changes and making the videos better. If I look back at my first video I posted on YouTube to now, to what I was showing you with the New York edit last night, like constantly trying to improve,
Yeah.
consistency, like, and just a passion for it. There's
That's the
no
recipe,
way.
yeah.
There's no way it's not gonna
You
work.
won't succeed. Yeah, and that's exactly it, bro. Like the other side of this embarrassment is everything that you ever wanted, right?
Yeah.
And that's what the quote says, and I think it's real true.
Like a fit check, realistically, you could post 10 of those a day if you wanted to.
Yeah, true. And that's what I hate so much about our society is we're so quick to judge. Like feel bad. Like we feel bad because people judge us, right? Like it does something in us where you go like,
No one wants to be judged.
Like we talked about, like you only have one life.
Yeah.
Don't care what people say.
I think it's just like human instinct as well. You don't want to be banished from the pack. Like you want to be part of the tribe.
You want to be cool, You want to be seen as normal to the society, as loved, and then sometimes I think people like associate a feeling of, you're not worth anything because you do that, which is completely crap. But that's just how we humans tend to be sometimes.
Yeah, and I think like obviously I'm not like some famous YouTuber or like grown massive lengths, but like looking at where it's going to take me, like I've gotten a job out of this. I've got a job which is like doing what I love from posting these videos. I'm just thinking like, why doesn't everyone else do this?
And you
Like, why
only
doesn't
got
everyone
this
else
job
do it?
because you were able to don't care about the embarrassment of posting those,
Yeah.
and you kept going. You found out what your hobby is, right? You made your hobby kind of like your job right now.
Yeah.
And just because you stepped out of your comfort zone. And I think it's just a perfect example of, for all the guys who are watching this, do something you never did. And if it doesn't work out, and if you really enjoy it, keep doing it, because sooner or later it will work out. And not take the lesson from that, try something else, until you find something that you really enjoy.
And I think like the more you enjoy it, the easier it's gonna do. Like it's gonna give. We talk about like taking and giving energy. Like I was getting to a point as well, like with schoolwork, where it's just like taking energy from me. I'm doing an economics degree, and I just knew I did not want to go into a job which had anything to do with that, and because it takes energy from you. Going out and filming and then taking it back to the computer and editing, like that gives me energy. I could do that for ages. Like sometimes I've gone to sleep at 3-4 a.m. and it doesn't feel like anything can still get up the next morning,
And that's why it's so important to find something you actually enjoy, right?
Just so much of it is you getting in the way of yourself.
Yes.
Like
Then trying things.
I don't know if you've taken that career development class, but you have to kind of stand up and say like what field you want to do, what degree you're pursuing, what field you want to go into. And I stood up in front of class and said I want to be a videographer and I'm doing an economics degree. And like there was like an embarrassment within me because like I was like, it's just a hobby. Like that's not, you're in college, you're meant to go and get this job, you're meant to try and stay in the US and use your degree and whatever.
But at least you have a plan, You know how many people stand up and be like, I studied economics, but I have no idea what I want to do.
Yeah.
I think that
was
feeling
me. That was me.
Yeah. 6
3
months
months
ago.
ago.
Yeah.
3 months ago,
Yeah. And now you're here. And it's just the perfect example that just by trying and finding something you really enjoy, man. And that's, sometimes I see you editing for hours, right?
Yeah.
But you seem so relaxed and happy with it, so composed.
Bro, you see me up there, I'm like dancing when I do something and shit.
Yes.
Like,
but it's because you enjoy it,
Yeah.
And it's so nice. Like it's a blast to see how like everybody can find something they really enjoy and then actually get it, get the bigger picture. Of it.
I think that most people actually know what the thing that's gonna give them the most joy.
Yeah. But they're
But
too scared.
it's them standing in the way of themselves.
Yeah.
For me, a big part of it as well was like holding on to what my past identity wanted, and that was to be a professional soccer player. And I think I've only just come around to that now, where I'm like, I'm happy to let go of that, what younger Max wanted.
Bro, speak
like
a lineman now.
Yeah, like younger Max, childhood Max. I thought like, okay, if he sees me taking this job and letting go of soccer, he's gonna be like, he'd be like disappointed in me. But
that's your
like
past.
you grow, you grow as a person, and this sounds like just code for not becoming a professional soccer player. But I honestly, if I got a pro contract tomorrow, I don't think I'd take it. Like
It's
I'd
really
still
mature.
want to go and do this thing,
Yeah.
you know?
And that's so mature of you to say that, because your past self is not what your future self wants.
Yeah, and I think we hold on to that because, like, our past selves so much, or what our past selves want, because, especially at this age, like, that's a huge part of your identity. Soccer, a big part of my identity. Soccer, huge part of your identity.
Yeah.
Soccer, always been a big part of Ollie's identity. Like, especially as an athlete who's a student athlete who's come over to America and, like, flipped their life around, left their family behind. You like, I'm committed to this. I've got to stay committed to this.
And it takes courage. I think it takes courage to not jeopardize that, you know, because there's so much past emotion that flow into it. For me, I'm not at the point yet, you know, but it's a different motive. Like for me, it's like I put so much work in it, you know, and right now I'm actually successful in soccer. For me, I still have that joy to play.
Well, yeah, I mean, on the flip side as well, like, there is absolutely nothing wrong with having a childhood dream and going after it.
100%. I mean,
Like,
what's better? What's better than fulfilling your
You
childhood
played
dream?
incredible this season, second team all conference. You've got massive schools now hitting you up in the portal if you get that fifth year, and even some pro looks. Like, you're like that's like my situation's completely different to that, and
But
they're both like
There's a different ways, but they both show what resilience and hard work and actually doing something you enjoy can give you, you know. And I really enjoyed that, because I mean 6 months ago when we did the last podcast episode, we talked about this.
yeah.
And for you, editing back then was not even an option. Like obviously we were doing a podcast and we were like this and this, we want to have a good season in the fall. Bro, we know we're here, right, sitting together.
Yeah.
You just signed a freaking job in Australia, mate. Like you're gonna be in the land down under, man. You know, doing your own thing, and I'm gonna be in freaking, and that's so exciting for me. Like I maybe not even get my 5th year granted. Like imagine I don't get my 5th year. I have no idea what I'm gonna do. But I'm at a point where I think it's exciting, you know. Like I'm not obviously you have always a little bit of fear and all that, and you have those brainstorm moments. But at the end of the day, I'm not mad about it, because I gave it all this season, and it could go professional, it could go another year of college. But at one point, I think it's also okay if I do something with my degree or do something else. And it's so exciting about life that it can just change like that.
Yeah, life can change so quickly. That's the biggest thing I've learned this year.
Yeah.
And like when you have self-agency and you go after something that you want, and like we've just talked about, the biggest thing maybe is finding that something that you want. But life has such a funny way of working itself out sometimes, just from personal experience. Yeah.
Because I feel like I'm in that spot you were, Max,
Yeah.
with not knowing, like having found that interest yet. But after talking with you guys, trying stuff out, doing stuff, don't care about what others say, and suddenly you have a job offer in Australia.
Yeah, I think I never had a conversation with someone about it, where maybe you're not either, just going after something, because everyone, I just told everyone I wanted to be a football player. I just wanted to be a soccer player, and I was doing what I loved. But it was eating away inside of me for maybe the past year, 2 years. Is this really what I want to do? I want to go and try these things. And it was a year of and especially to start this year, I look back at the shit I was posting on TikTok, embarrassing myself, just trying to find what would work, what would work for me. And I still haven't there's still so much growth to be had.
And I mean, now with videography, you could go into every direction. You're not there yet, you could make content for a person, but you could end up, falling into the cinema world, and doing different movies for different kind of ways.
Yeah.
So there's still so much more to explore.
What I love about the industry as well is that it's so putting yourself out there.
Yeah.
You can get an opportunity just by what I did, messaging a guy on LinkedIn saying, here's my YouTube channel, here's my numbers, here, I think I can help you grow your YouTube channel, I think I'd be a good asset for your company, and he was just I love that.
And this is perfect to show how easy it is nowadays, in our time and age, with just posting something, if you want to be a model, just post, if you want to be a videographer, just text people and tell them what you do, or show them what you do. If if you want to be a soccer player, right, use your phone and send your highlights. You know, cut your highlights, send it to different agents. If you want to go to highlight video, text Max, and he's gonna cut it for you, man.
$75.
$5.
But then suddenly you got a job offer on the other side of the world, and the
Yeah.
guys who criticize you, they're in the same spot.
Exactly.
Yeah,
bro.
yeah.
I mean, yeah.
Jealousy, you know, but you always work for your jealousy. It's never just given, you know. I think like jealousy always comes to a price if you really did something, you know. And some of them are just insecure. I mean, even if I'm jealous, at the end of the day, it is insecurity, right? Because they have something or they do something I don't, you know. And it's also a lot about, you know, being conscious that you have those feelings, but then being able to, you know, transform that energy into something that you really want to do.
Yeah.
And that's what college really gave us, right? It didn't give us professional soccer contract, or maybe it does, you know, like, hopefully it does for me. But it just made us grow as a person. It made us grow as a person so much. And I think that's the biggest lesson I learned from freshman to senior me. You know, like what I really enjoy and like. Yeah.
I definitely haven't got it all figured out yet.
Yeah, that's the thing. Yeah.
But
We're
I
talking
mean,
like we know, right? But
like, my college experience was far from perfect.
yeah.
This was my only actual season where I played, and now I'm like ready to move on. I had 2 years where I didn't play at all at a bigger school. Like, experience like everything you can in college, and like it's been the most invaluable experience of my life, like by far the past 3 years. Like, and it's probably been the hardest 3 years of my life on all aspects, but like I wouldn't exchange the experience I've had for anyone else's.
Yeah, man.
And I don't know, the same as you.
100%, man. 1000%. You just,
Yeah.
I got nothing to add to that. It's just true. And I hope that everybody who, you know, makes a decision to go to college, you know, sees that. It's not about the immediate success. It's more about what you do when it sometimes feels like you're struggling, you know, and then finding yourself. And I think that just comes through the struggles that you go through.
It is very easy to go, Mum and Dad, I want to go home as well.
Yeah.
I said that 1,000 times to my parents during my time here.
True.
And I think my parents, they just like stick it out. Like,
Yeah.
and then there's also periods like 2-3 months where I was having the time of my life, and my parents will probably get like one call from me during that time. Like, life, it goes up and down, and you need those downs. You need a bit of tension at some point to keep you going and keep you pushing forward. Like that stuff's a privilege. Like, it's very easy to glide through life while it's going well,
Yeah.
and then you suddenly you get hit with something and it can hit you all the way down. I feel like having like just staying in that middle point and just appreciating it, riding out the lows, also like enjoying the highs, but recognizing they're not gonna last forever.
Yeah. And then it just makes you appreciate the lows even more, right?
Yeah.
Like you just understand it's part of the deal. Those lows, you know, those hard times, being benched for the first time, having a major injury for the first time, you know, like it sucks in that moment. But at the end, it's all part of the bigger picture.
Especially in college locker room, you got guys that are the same age as you. Does the same thing. Always guys you can talk with. I feel like that's one thing that the college thing is important about.
And that's nice, you know, if you have somebody who at the end of the day already did 4 years and he can inspire you a little bit, you know. And that's what I wrote about the article that was about me. Like, at the end of the day, if I inspire one person, you know, and they help them in some kind of way, it's all worth it. Like, that's what we do it for, to be honest. I mean, Max does it so, you know, the people see his stuff, and some of them are like, damn, like this guy is really good, really cool.
Like the fact that you can, like, you have the ability as a human being to like influence someone else's actions in a positive way. I think that's so special.
So
and like
sweet.
that's what like you talk about, like a bigger goal or like a what drives you. I think that's probably for me like what drives me. Like being able, someone would look at my stuff or look at how I carry myself and go like, oh, I want to message that guy and ask him some questions, or I want to replicate what he's doing. And it's like, yeah, that's the coolest thing for me, if I can just help people out or
Inspire.
inspire them.
Sure, man.
Inspiring people is
Good
it's a
way.
special feeling.
Good way to put it. Yeah.
Should we wrap it up?
Some more questions, Ollie. We're about to be done now.
Um,
Ask us anything you feel like we're good.
I want to know, like, what you guys talked about. You had some lows. what like kept you going from those? Obviously, you both have different stories in college, but something about your journey, Tim. You obviously were at a few different schools. What kept you like going? Was there any time and point in your college time you wanted to okay, wrap it up and go home?
Yes and no. So I believe that there was a point where I thought about giving up, but that was because I always put all my emotions into soccer, right? So if soccer didn't go well, then I thought my life has no meaning, right? Like I could just go home. If soccer went well, I thought I was a shit and I could, you know, become the best player of all time. So
It was like you're up here
I've
or you're
seen
down
that,
here.
yeah. And that's why I think like all that young guys, like stoicism, you know, learning to control your emotion a little bit. It's so hard for me. Max knows I'm an extremely emotional person. Like I can be a complete crash out, and I could be, you know, just a chill guy sometimes. You never know what you get with me. But that's also because I care so much about what I do. Like if you would probably describe me, like I romanticize a lot. Like I really want to win, but also, you know, I hate losing. So what I've learned a lot is through those lows, how do I stay in the middle, right? Give those highs not too much, not too much meaning, but also the lows. Like understand that they're part of the deal. And for me, this is a really interesting topic. It's the religion part. Right? We got Max who's agnostic, and then we have me who's a Christian. And I didn't find Christianity before I came here. I found Christianity for me while I was here, because the boys I've transferred a couple times. The boys I've been with, many of them were Christians, which is, even in the South, really religious part of America. And they just took me to church and, introduced me to Christianity. And this was kind of like a relaxation for me, because once you understand the religion, you understand that you're good. Like, as long as you believe in God and Christianity, God is the one to blame. It sounds maybe a little bit complicated, a little bit weird at that moment. But once you're Christian, you understand that He's in control and you should just relax, because at the end of the day, He has a plan for you, and everything will work out. And if you really believe in that, and you start going to church as I did, start going to, worships, and you have brothers in Christ, you understand that it's all part of the deal, and some do it with Christianity, and some do it with, reading a book about psychology and understanding, stoicism, all that. So for me, one of the biggest things only was probably that, with the religion and understanding that things come and go, and positive and negative things are normal, but being able to, have a stabilization of my emotions.
It's interesting, like you mentioned, like how you use religion and like faith in God, that like He's in control and that He is like a plan for you, and just like staying committed to that plan. For me, like whenever I was going through something like rough, I think it's this thing called like mental time travel, where like people say, oh, just stay in the present moment, like don't think about what happened in the past, or like don't worry about the future. I don't know, when you're going through something like rough in your life, I don't know if that's the best advice. For me, like I'd look back into my past and be like, okay, I've gone through something like this before, like I've gone through a hard time before, so that gives me proof that like I can get through this. And I can also look into the future and like have faith in myself, and like I don't have faith in God. I'm open enough to say that. Like I have faith in myself that like it will get better, and like I can get myself out of this. So I think in the times where I've been through a bit in college, like last year I was deciding whether I wanted to quit football or transfer. It's like that was a rough period, and then at the start of this year had a bit of a rough period as well, transitioning into Presbyterian college. Like that was the biggest thing. Looking back into the past, okay, I've gone through this before. I can get myself out of it, and looking into the future and going, I have faith that things are going to get better for me.
You have faith in yourself.
Yeah,
it's also a big thing.
Yeah, and self-agency. Like none of that like works unless you're like willing to work yourself. And the times where you are like struggling, that's when you find out the most about yourself.
And the different ways to do that, right? Like for you is yourself, for me is Christianity, which then also teaches that yourself, you're worthy, like you are worth enough. And I think that's really nice, when I think everybody has to find their own belief, their own idea of how they treat life.
And it's tough to go through, like that's the whole thing is the journey, like finding yourself. There's no easy way of just like of it just all clicking and coming together. Like my success on YouTube feels like a bang, like a click, like, and now it just keeps growing and growing. But when I look back, it wasn't like that at all. Like it was like finding out like what I want to do, being comfortable enough to share it with other people. I'm naturally a quiet person. Like being brave enough to meet all of you guys and
open up,
throw a camera in front of Ole while he's running the fitness tests alongside me, and like
great clips, man. The first clips.
Just
And going back to those negative things that you said, I think one of our biggest problems as human beings are we put so many emotions into that, right? Like when things go wrong, we're so emotional about it, and we think like, damn, like in that moment, it's the worst thing to us. But if we look at it, if we look back at it, right, like right now, we think about negative things in our life. It's just that small, right? Like the meaning of it is that small. But in that moment, because we're the main characters in our lives, it feels like a disaster to us. So I think once you're able to control, we talked about this a couple of times today, you can control your emotions, and you understand that this is positive, like this is just part of the deal, right?
Yeah.
All those things, it's like a roller coaster.
I think it's like important to clarify as well though, like we haven't been through anything like major. Like when I say like I've been through hard times in college, like it's nothing like my house being bombed or like not having food to eat or not having a roof to live under, like such champagne problems, is that what they call it as well. So what you just said definitely applies to our problems. I think there's so many people in the world struggling, and that's a whole different discussion. But I know
But
it
at the
doesn't.
end of the day, we have food on our table.
We're extremely privileged.
We have a good parent.
I always like to stress that.
Yeah. I mean, that's really important to mention, man. That we have parents, that were able to take care of us. And we had dinner on our table every night, and I mean, I'm really thankful for that. You are really thankful for that. But at the end of the day, I mean, this podcast purpose is to share our experience and hopefully inspire one of you, or just maybe not. So
This is just like us telling you about our lives, what
fail.
we've like gone through, what's going well for us, what didn't go well for us, and why, and how we felt and how we got out of that. And like, if you can take anything from it, that's
That might be it.
that's success for us. Even if only 100 people watch this. So
So, guys, thank you so much for watching. It meant a lot to Max and me to talk to you guys openly about what we felt.
it's been a while.
There were some times where we were kind of struggling, but at the end of the day, we mentioned earlier, it really helped us getting some skills, like talking in front of the camera, but also opening up. I mean, we built a really great friendship through that. I know a lot about this guy, and he knows a lot about me. So I'm really thankful, and thankful for you guys. So if you like it, please like, subscribe, give us some questions, and there's gonna be one more episode. So see you then.
See you guys.